Hey guys, HW. I'm down at Coogee today and I've got a little bit more time. Last time I came through Coogee, you'll see another video that I've done called Coogee Beach. I was racing through on the way to see my mother. So I'm down here, the Savo, and I thought I might go up Coogee Bay Road and film some of the shops for you, and then get over to the other side of Coogee, or South Coogee over there, film a bit over there. But yeah, right now I'm just standing in a park near the beach. Ton of seagulls around. So yeah, let's get up Coogee Bay Road and I'll film a little bit over the other side of Coogee today as well, seeing I've got a bit of time. So yeah, Coogee, come get around it. Coogee Bay Hotel right on the corner there. That'll be busier later tonight. Well, let's have a look up Coogee Bay Road from this angle. People that haven't been to Coogee for a while will notice a lot of differences, especially ones that haven't been here for decades. They'll notice a lot of differences. Wonder if these lights will ever change. As we head up Coogee Bay Road, you'll notice a lot of cafes and restaurants and eateries. This one here, XL Roll, I came past here earlier today. I was coming down to pick up a barbecue chicken up at Char Grill Charlie's, and the queue for that Vietnamese roll shop was around the corner. Pretty popular. People who've been to Coogee before will know this place, the courtyard. Melon head that's been around for a while. Some nice fresh juices in there. Brazilian style barbecue in here. Churrasco. Again, that'll be busier later. This Indian takeaway's been here forever. Again, it's always good to be back in my old hood. Used to come down here all the time for juices and pick up some takeaway for lunch or dinner. I got a grocery here now called Maloney's. It's been here for a while, but again, when I was living here, there wasn't one here. So it's a new shop. There's Char Grill Charlie's on the corner there. I usually call all of them charcoal Charlie's, but it's actually called Char Grill Charlie's. I might pause on this place for a while actually. Where this Char Grill Charlie's is, that used to be a video store back in the day for a long time. Do you remember that? Do you remember when you used to go to the shop to get videos and DVDs and hire them out? Seems like a lifetime ago now. There's Coogee, that used to be called Coogee Family Medical. Oh, it still is. That's where I used to go to the docks in there. This fish shop here now, but that used to be a chicken shop, I think. Now this joins the chicken shop. Excuse me there. Tropicana Cafe's been around for a while. There's another Vietnamese roll joint. Sushi. Augusto espresso bar, it's been around for a while. See across the road there, that's always been so. Always the shops down the bottom and the accommodation up top and the old Victorian architecture. That's always been a feature of Coogee Bay Road. Get your nails done on Coogee Bay Road. This bottle shop's always been here on the back of Coogee Bay Hotel. Although I can't remember now, but one of these shops, it actually might have been that bottle shop. One of them used to be a TAB where you could go in and have a bet on the horses or the greyhounds. That guy's been lucky enough to score himself one of those Vietnamese rolls. Capture some of the early boozers in the window. There's a few having a cheeky afternoon drink. might just keep filming today. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to film till the camera dies or the microphone dies. Just try to capture as much as I can. Here's the beer garden at the Coogee Bay Hotel. See if I can get a bit of an angle. I'm trying to film through there. And I'll try to hold the microphone and point at the same time, but through there, in the corner over there, is where Selina's used to be. Selina's was where all the live music was. I haven't been in the beer garden for a while, so I'm not sure whether it's still there, but all the live music in the eastern suburbs used to happen at Selina's. The last band I saw live in there was actually the Divinals, and it was around about the time where they were making a name for themselves in America finally, off the back of that Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie where they had the they were on the soundtrack. They're a great band to watch live. Let me walk up this footpath here and see if I can capture some of the it used to be called the Holiday Inn at Coogee. I don't know whether it's still called the Holiday Inn, but normally when the New South Wales Blues Rugby League Origin team is in camp, they're usually staying here at this hotel or motel, and they do all their training sessions down at Coogee Bay Oval. There's all the rooms up there. If you don't follow the rugby league, especially you guys overseas, it's a rugby league game where the two teams are New South Wales and Queensland, two states in Australia, and they go pretty hard. There's a lot of hate mixed in, even though some of them, or a lot of them, are teammates during the week when they're playing club games. They really belt the crap out of each other in the state games because they're obviously really proud to represent their state, and they are fighting it out for a position in the national team, the Kangaroos. Right, cross against the lights here. Naughty, naughty. Now we're heading down towards the southern part of Coogee Beach. This is where I started the last Coogee video that I did. And if you might remember the last one, I was heading up the hill on the other side of the beach, and I was filming backwards with the camera, and I was pointing up the other side of Beach Street, and I was telling everyone that Mel Gibson, the Hollywood actor, used to own a house up here, which I think he sold back in the late 90s. So I'll see if I can try to capture that place for you today when I head up the hill past the Coogee Bay Surf Club. That place over there, Barzura, that's been around for a while. Last time I had a meal in there, I actually had kangaroo, and it was really well cooked. So there's a few English rugby fans in town. I think there's a game on Saturday night. I think England and Australia might be playing on Saturday night at Moore Park, or the cricket ground. So I'm sure I saw some signs up. In terms of rugby and rugby league, I'm not really into the national stuff. I love club games more. Like with the union, the rugby union, I much prefer to come down to Coogee Bay Oval and watch a game of, Randwick versus East, or Randwick versus Uni, or Randwick versus Eastwood, some game like that, more so than any representative games. And it's the same with the rugby league. Pretty much only enjoy watching my favourite team, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, play. I'm not really that interested in the Origin. I do watch it when there's some South Sydney players in the squad, but overall I just don't like the idea of teammates bashing each other on the field. But obviously I do know that it's important because it's used as a selection method for the national side. So I suppose the show must go on. So this is the southern part of Beach Street.
You get 100 people, you get 100 at the drop of a hat. And if you guys talk about this thing about...
And I've told you before in previous videos that Beach Street in Coogee is the only street that crosses the Pacific Ocean in the world, because it's on both sides of the beach. It is interrupted now because there's a promenade that runs through the beach, but back in the old days the road used to run all the way through. And we're getting closer now to Mel Gibson's old joint. I don't know exactly which one it is, but let me get a bit closer. I don't know exactly which one it is, but it's one of those ones over there. It's one of those Victorian style terraces over there that Mel Gibson used to own. I've got a feeling that it might have been this one that I'm trying to point to now, this dark one there, but I could be totally off. So see if I capture it from the front. Maybe you guys can look up on Google and try to work out which one it is. It's one of those ones there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's one of those 4 there that used to be Mel Gibson's joint. And back in those days there wasn't as much shrubbery here, so he probably would have had a decent view to the water over there. Sort of extend the tripod and sort of give you a look, so eventually you can see the water over there. So these houses up on the hill probably would have had a decent view back in the day. There's always a helicopter when I'm walking around here. Get down these stairs into the park and then start making my way along the beach promenade. I'll just open up my phone and have a look at which one of you suggested that I find another nectar joint this afternoon. Shout out to Logo Cafe. They recommended that if I did a walk the Salvo that I should find a coffee to have So I'll definitely do that. So more than likely I'll stop at Gusto and get a cheeky piccolo there for my afternoon coffee, and I'll try to film it for your Logo Cafe. Other weekends, a heap of people having picnics in this park and playing cricket, and there's some kids over there playing cricket now. It is still the school holidays in New South Wales, so I think a lot of them are coming to the end of the holidays, so I think they'll be back in their classroom on Monday, unless the government decides otherwise. I'm so tempted to get that ball and boot it, but I better not. Oh, that damn music in the background there. I'll try to film against that somewhere. Don't want that showing up on the video. I'll have to cut it out. So yeah, quick skirt through this park, and then you hit the water. You hit the cliff. This bird down here looks like she's been doing some yoga. Oh, see that island in the water there, that little rocky outcrop? That's Wedding Cake Island. The headland you can see in the distance, that's Clovelly, and then Gordon's Bay, and then Coogee Beach. I'll try to keep out of the sun today. I'll keep the lens out of the sun. I noticed in my last video that I was under a bit of duress because I had the family harassing me. So I walked up the sunny side of the road and it put a lot of glare on the lens, so I'll try to prevent that today. So again, on the weekend and in the school holidays, this park here is absolutely teeming with kids. It's a good place for mums and dads around here to go on a bit of a walk and tire out the brats in the park before they go home. Give them their din-dins and tuck them into bed. Oh, here's the entrance to MacGyver's ladies' baths. I think it's still a ladies only baths, unless somebody's fired up over it and changed the rules. There's another one around here called Wiley's Baths, but I'm not exactly sure where it is. The water looks a bit murky this afternoon. It's probably all the rain we had last week is still running off into the water. A lot of soil and leaf matter gets in the water and murks it up a bit, but soon enough it'll be back to its beautiful blue, crystal clear colour. I'll tilt the lens down because I'm starting to hit the afternoon sun. And then I'll turn it back onto Coogee Bay Life-Saving Club here. Here's an idea to avoid the sun. I'll go down onto the right down onto the beach. Camera just shit itself then. Overheated. But I'm down here now getting a bit of shade on the side here. So hopefully I can keep filming. Hopefully the microphone's still working as well. Often when it's overheated and shut down, the microphone doesn't come back on. There's one surfer out there. And this guy doing a bit of fishing on the beach. Wonder what he's trying to catch. So he's caught some seaweed. It's not very often that Coogee has a decent break for surfing. It's mostly this shore break here. I lived at Coogee for a lot of my life, but I didn't rarely used to come down here to swim. And when I was into surfing, I used to go to Maroubra Beach, which is further south down that way. A few people enjoying the beach. I might end the video here as we look towards the North Coogee headland, and that, I hope you can see it in the distance. There's a little yellow building on the headland there. That was the entrance to the old saltwater spa pools over there. There was a little club over there. I can't remember what the name of it was now. I was just talking about it the other day. But it's all demolished and there's just that entrance left. So yeah, there's Coogee Beach. And now let's go and find a nectar. Here we are back at Gusto Coffee or Cafe. I've got my piccolo. There's Coogee Bay Road again. Here's Gusto. I'll enjoy this piccolo. So I'll take the opportunity now to say thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Watch this on your 4K TV. The video is over.